Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Celestial Farm Girl here. So happy you would be here to join me today. I want to tell you guys I love y'all, your comments, your support. I am so grateful. Yeah, wow, I am truly a part of the YouTube team now. And I'm just really grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the donation. And I appreciate y'all so much. Wow. Okay. So, peeps, I love y'all. You guys have been with me for a while. And, you've been there for me. You've been able to feel out when I was in good shape. And you've been able to feel out when I needed somebody to say, hey, you're doing good, keep going. And or that I helped you, or that I resonated with you, I guess, or that I brought the word of the Holy Spirit to you, love or something like that, anything at all. And so I just want y'all to know that I appreciate that you have hung in there with me over these years as I have grown and worked my best to become confident and develop myself into, a positive reader. Because, we've all been through a lot, but not many people talk about what's coming in the future. And so I like to replace the negative thoughts with positive ones. And guess what? That has a lot to do with the reading today, because I got a download. I'm sure it was. And the download was God wanted me to give this message. Words are spells. We're all witches, or we're all magical, and we all are connected to the universe. So what are you spelling into your life? What are you bringing in? Are you bringing in, are you talking good over your life, talking good over your children? Even, imagination, expanded out and talking about love and peace. And I don't know what your children's ideals are for the future. What are your ideas for the future? We're in a changing world, and as we grow and change, we might come to areas in our life that we falter and we look at ourselves in not such a good light. But I believe God would want us to see ourselves as if we're going through an education of life, that this is a school. And if we falter and, don't make it through the test the first time, we are given this wonderful opportunity to step back, rethink if this is for us. And if this is for us, we can continue to move forward knowing that we've already been introduced, and we took some time back to think about what we were doing before we come back again to start again. Because every time if you decide that it's something you want and you restart again, you're just getting that much more experience. And so what the message is, if it's something you love and you want to learn how to do it, or you want to be that, or you want to go there, to never give up on yourself, and just small steps towards it, and making sure the words you use are positive and, inclusive with it. And the universe in its magical sense will help you to bring those words into creation, because we are all connected to the universe. We're all magical. I know you guys have thought of somebody and then they called you on the phone. Or I know you guys have felt something and it come to be. So, I know as I'm standing here right now, what I'm saying. And it's this weird feeling of, wow, that was wild. we don't quite place it where it is, but what it is we're connected to everything and anything and that has anything to do with us. We are capable of tapping into energies and getting information that can help us navigate that which is coming. So, always thinking positive, always knowing that God is for your good. Even as you're walking through the forest and it seems like it's dark, to stay positive and believe that whatever is going on out here in this forest that you're caught up in, that you will be capable of finding the light, because the light always comes after the darkness. So sooner or later, daylight's coming. See it? Daylight's coming. And so speak well over yourself. Tell yourself you can do anything that you ever dreamed of doing. It just takes one step moving forward. And whatever you do, don't call yourself dumb or stupid or ugly or hate on yourself, because your body hears you, your mind hears you, your emotions hear you. And there are words are spells. Even Bruce Lee, and this is where I got this information from, because I was looking through and I saw a picture of Bruce Lee, the Kung Fu master. And he said your body doesn't know the difference, of whether you're joking or not. You're speaking words that have certain meanings over yourself, and therefore you can literally dig your own grave and put yourself in darkness by, thinking things, attaching labels, by saying, oh, I'm depressed, or oh, I'm sick, or oh, I can't do it, or oh, darn. That's okay once or twice if you get the urge to do something and you back out. But by the third time, you should be taking the first steps towards living your life fearlessly, willing to make mistakes so that you can learn. We are not born knowing everything. Hell, when we're born, we can't even find our own mother's TT if she don't give it to us. Right? So if we don't got somebody that loves us enough to feed us when we're born, we just starve to death and die. We can't go nowhere or do nothing. We have to learn everything from the very beginning. It's weird, isn't it? Although our mind is capable of holding a lot of intelligence. And one of the most important intelligence a man can have is to be kind to himself, and gentle, and loving, and tolerant, and patient, and kind. Okay, so the forest here, what this looks like is not being able to see the forest for the trees, but I'm not sure. Okay, so we got a tent out here, right? Or what looks like a tent. Somebody camping out in the middle of the forest, and it looks dark. I don't see no fire for light. Okay, this is this one. The forest, number 36. 6 and 3 is 9. Completion. Oh, and I started this reading at 3:33 for the very fact of the 3 phases of life, The first 3 is about collaboration, building with others, creating a world that is worth living in, that you can love, right? A world, a place that suits you and that you can live in and love, right? Did I say that is 36? 36. 6, oh, that's how I got there, because 3 and 6 are 9, and 3, 3, 3 are 9, so let me find this while I can remember. 35? 36. The forest. Wow, I love the woods, but you just never knew what would pop up out of nowhere, right? And the thing is to stay calm and remember that you are a gift on this planet. And the nicer and the kinder and the more love and patience and gentleness and guidance that you show yourself as you're walking through this world, the better your whole inner world will feel. And when you feel good on the inside, comfortable in your own skin, then you feel good on the outside. And that's what life is all about, is learning to become comfortable in our own skin. And we only become comfortable in our own skin when we realize the better we treat ourselves, the better we feel about ourselves. And the better we treat ourselves and the more we protect ourselves from other people's negative energies, well, the more higher our vibration will grow. So, yeah. And it's all about how you think over yourself, how you talk about yourself, how you feel about yourself, and what you speak over yourself. And so you should not condemn, shame. Shame is a good thing. It helps you to recognize that whatever is going on in your life, that there was something you did that affected your energy, and to look through that shame, find out why that shame came in, but allow yourself to also understand you have no reason to be ashamed, because life is an experience, and we can't change what we did in the past, and we have to release the shame and turn it into understanding and lessons and knowledge. Because if we hold shame, it is hard for God, the Holy Spirit, to take residence in our body. The more pure we think of ourselves, the more we purify ourselves of old negative energies, the more the power of the Holy Spirit will reside in us. For it has a temple, a clean temple, that is completely reborn as a new human that has forgiven itself and went through everything, right? Right. So how we think and how we speak over ourselves is very important. I'm sorry, I went real deep into that. The moon is in complete Sagittarius today. And, we're moving forward. We're moving forward into a dark moon, right? I've got a puppy over here that's distracting me that could be stuck somewhere. What are you doing, youngin'? Wani. Hello. He's okay. He's just tearing out the Christmas stuff. He's only 9 months old, so he's still baby, and he still is exploring and doing his thing. Isn't that right, Wani? You want to come up here and say hello to everybody? Oh, come on. Let's see if Mommy can get situated where you can come up and say hi. Come on. No? Okay. So we're going to throw the dice now, guys. So what are we talking about? Words are spells. And, the forest is quite the place to get lost in. I set that down 36. Looking for my puppy. Sorry guys, got distracted. Okay, here we are. The forest. The woods. My last name is Wood. Connie Jean Wood. The woods. The thicket. The jungle. Consider for a moment your earliest memory of the forest. It's likely it included all the myths dynamic of this archetypical space. A little fear, a little enchantment, perhaps losing your way, perhaps discovering a secret mystical treasure such as the magic of the forest. And my dad's name was Forrest. Isn't that something? Forest Wood. It requires first that you enter it, and then that you get lost within it. You may think there is a path to lead you straight through, but soon enough you'll be on what is known as the pathless path. There are tricksters here, dense foliage and entanglement, but equally present are the glimmers of fairy lights and friends among the trees. You're on an adventure now, and there's no turning back. So embrace the dim light and the moving shadows, whether literal or imaginal. Brave the forest and get lost getting found. Okay, when you're in the light, magic abounds, childlike wonder and adventure. Loving yourself, treating yourself as if you are a child, free to wonder, have adventures, think about things that you love, engulf your mind in wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Follow trails deep into your heart, all the way through your past into, where you've been here for eternity. If you're in the dark, concealment, density, and savagery. So, in the dark, the woods can be a dark place, and we can really, I have heard people in their life really talk bad about themselves. I used to call myself bad names too. I actually mistreated my own self. This is being lost in the woods, not understanding the trails that you're taking can literally continue to go around and around and deeper into the darkness of depression and sadness and hate of self. We want to rewind that and remember that each one of us are special, that you're special, that God needs you. Let's roll the dice, because you represent a power that is to watch over all of God's creation. We are here to tend the garden. We have a South Node in Leo. That would be like a King of Wands in reverse. Let's see, is that right? Yeah, South Node Leo going down, as you can see right here. See how somebody in their South Node, not Leo, but somebody or something, we are visiting our shadows, okay? And what we got is 11, which means transcendence, transformation, breaking through. There are times we have to go and visit our shadow. We have to look at things. We have to apologize to ourselves. Tell ourselves we're sorry for hurting ourselves. And give ourselves a hug and say, we're going to move forward and we're going to do better. Even if it takes a little bit of time. Okay? And here we have Aries, which is a leader. Leading and guiding yourself through your shadows. Loving yourself and your shadows. Pulling everything together into one whole creation. Because we have to love our light and our dark. We have to love our future and our past. And we have to live with everything right here in the center. Okay? Now, I'm not going to keep you guys much longer because I did talk a lot. And, I love you guys. We're going to pull some cards now. This is about, coming out of the density of thinking that it's okay to, speak over ourselves in a certain way when we get emotionally turbulent, or to speak over others in a certain way when we get emotionally turbulent, when that is when we need love the most. We need to love ourselves the most. If we're getting emotionally turbulent, that's when we need to turn around, and that's what this is. We look at ourselves and everything we've ever done, and we forgive ourselves, we love ourselves, and we know that we're not that person anymore, but the spirit of that person is still with us. the spirit of that event, the spirit of whatever was going on in your life at that time, at that age, and that epic journey that your life is instilled within you. And so we don't forget. We have to, we remember. And what we want to do is make sure that when we're remembering, we love ourselves through the remembrance. If I'd have known better, I'd have done better, we tell ourselves. I praise God for forgiveness, for I forgive myself as the universe forgives me as I go through my learning experience in this world. There's nothing that can't be forgiven if one asks for it. If one moves towards it and don't do those things anymore.
Hello, Moto.
Sorry about that. And this will bring you to the abundance in your life that you're looking for. Abundance is more than money. Abundance is feeling good about who you are and where you're going. That's abundance. When you feel good and confident about who you are and where you're going and why you're going there, then, you know, everything else just flows right in, everything that you need. Because the universe, you know, there's a saying in the Bible that every day God takes care of the birds, the bees, and, you know, the flowers, trees, the animals of the woods every day. And they don't have half as much as we have. So don't you know that that's what God is looking towards you for? To get to a place where you love every single thing that's ever been created so much that, you know, we become quite harmless. And when I say harmless, I don't mean that we don't speak the truth. And sometimes speaking the truth can just cut through somebody, right? King of Fire and the Father, for that's what fathers do. Fathers speak the truth. They pull their sword and they defend what they believe is right and true according to how they have come to love themselves and their families. This is all about the Father. This is a leader. This is Leo. And this is the Father 5 change. The change coming to our divine masculines where, you know, they're going to, you know, I want to say soften up, but that's not the word. They're being carved out through the fire of their passion towards wanting to learn to love. And our divine masculines and our divine feminines, before we can ever love anybody else, we totally and truly got to love ourselves unconditionally. And in those unconditions, we do not shame or feel guilty. We allow our mind to rest at peace with anything we've ever done in the past, because we're not going to carry that with us. We're not the same people as we were then. We burn it away. And then we sit comfortably in our seat and admire the wilderness around us. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying, how important it is, if you want to love your life, to start loving yourself first. Ace of Swords, that's the doggone truth. Oh, hell. You're leaders. All of you are leaders of your own life. You lead yourself into the fire and burn away that which does no longer serve you. Cook it up. Do not forget to pull down the energy of Father Sky. And do not forget to pull up through your body the energy of Mother Earth. And both your divine feminine and your divine masculine, fire and water that goes through your body, will carve and create you into the human, to the creature you want to be. Because once you become both heaven and earth, You're a new creature. See that new creature? You become dependent upon your instincts, and you know to do the right thing for the right reasons because it's in you. It's already in you. You just haven't reached for that. You haven't given yourself the opportunity to grow towards that by loving yourself through the worst of what will ever be into the best person, to leave all and everything behind. It no longer is baggage because you dealt with it. You dealt with it like a maiden going through the woods on a new trail. You deal with all that baggage and then you burn it. Burn it in the fire of your chakra system. Burn those energies out and purify yourself by lighting your own fire. Oh, hell yeah. Ace of fire. And begin weaving your own webs about how you feel about yourself, the words you say over yourself, the words you say over others, the way what do you talk about your future? Having faith and hope in God. Having faith and hope in God leaves everything open. Knowing that the universe is a living creature. Oh, the universe is a forest. It's a scary place when we begin on a true search for God, because it takes us through everything, because God's been in everything. We go high, we go low, we go low, we go high. We don't attach labels like depression or anything like that onto us, because we're going to work our way through it. We're going to exercise. We're going to love ourselves. And as we do this, we might find that we're better and better, and we're healing more and more. And that's what this channel is all about. It's about getting our heal on. It's about the peeps that are willing to love themselves enough to become leaders, to teach others, because this is something we're not taught when we're young. And this is why most people turn to God, looking for something that will make them feel good. And God stands for what? What does God stand for? Peace, security, to be secure in our own skin. Okay, I've kept you guys. I haven't pulled a lot of cards. I'm going to pull this top one. It's the duality. Look, this is being both light and dark and balancing everything out perfectly. Living through the rainbow of the colors that you are. You are not one-dimensional. You're not even three-dimensional. You're like, really, there's probably 13 different dimensions. And I haven't studied into it, and I'm not sure why I said that, but I'm going with it, okay? Which means we have energetic centers that go outward, upward. I'm sure that once you get all your lights lit up in your chakra system, you are in the Merkaba. You have literally built a magnetic field around you that protects you from everything. It's like a force field or something. And it comes through love between you and the earth and the universe. All that love that is shared between all you. So there will be lots of energy. You know, loving the planets, loving the stars, loving the earth, loving her creation, loving each and every creation that there is. I could talk about this all day. You know, loving what you can see and loving what you can't see. This is called the unknown. They call this the X. Darkness, you know, you don't know, they don't know or understand what the dark matter is. But they know it's there. And we have our dark sides too. And we don't always understand why we have angry or why we get emotional. But this is the best time to understand when we're feeling that way, that we need to really be kind and loving and gentle with ourselves. That we can think of this side as all electrified like a wild horse. You know, that would be our dark side, because our light side is love. But the dark side is maybe a little afraid of the light side, or don't feel as worthy as the light side. This is where we hide all the things we don't want other people to know, even from ourselves. So this side gently wants to take in this side, to where the light and dark become friends, even to learn to love yourself as a lover, not in a sexual way, but in a metaphysical, spiritual, I am my keeper way. I make sure that I treat myself well. And when I treat myself well, everybody else sees how I treat myself, and they treat me well as well. And it might not be perfect in the beginning, as, you know, you go through relationships, setting your boundaries, showing up as you want to be, you know, respected and seen, but eventually it will. It'll come out in your energy. As you learn to love yourself wholly and totally, you'll walk different, you'll talk different, you'll feel different. Okay, well, I love you guys. Please like, share, subscribe. I love you guys, and I hope you're still here with me. And I got my puppy again wanting to come up. Somebody knocked at the door. They jumped down. And we go through this all day long. It's okay. Okay, guys. Let me see. Let's get one of these cards. Sayings. And maybe we'll pull an animal card. But it all comes down to the most important thing in the world is to love and respect yourself, and not to speak of yourself as if you lack in any way. Which, in other words, you know, you're not stupid, you're not dumb, you're not freaked out. You just need to go take a few breaths and calm down. You are not what you think you are. You're better than that. You're better than that. You're better, you're good, you're kind, you're gentle, you're loving. You have all these things in you. And we have monsters in us too. So we gotta love the monsters. You gotta love your monsters. Love them until they calm down. You love them until they feel better. And you love them because they are yours. And, you know, we have to tame our monster, not tame them. We have to love them. We love them until they calm down and become our partners. Okay, who would attempt to fly with the tiny wings of a sparrow when the mighty power of an eagle has been given to him? Who would attempt to fly with the tiny wings of a sparrow when the mighty power of an eagle has been given to him? Let me not see myself as limited. Let me not see myself as limited. Even as I go through the forest, I will eat and drink and will not fear. Yea, though I walk through the valley of shadows, I shall not fear death. I shall not fear the transformation that I'm going through and the shadows that I leave behind. I'm bringing all my shadows with me, but they're healthy now. They feel better about life. They're no longer ruling my life. They are working with me and helping me to make my life better. So we go in and look at those parts of ourselves that terrify us. Yes. Spirituality, enthusiast, energetic, confident, creative, adventurous. Explore new projects, plans, messenger, good news. Okay, guys, I've just delivered y'all some good news I love y'all. I hope y'all like this reading, even though it was a message. Please let me know how you feel. And look, you are always welcome to disagree with me, agree with me, tell me what you think, because to me, what you say is important. I'm not the best writer in the world, and, but I always like to respond, and I want you guys to know that I love you and thank you. So thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for watching my show, and I love y'all peeps. Have a wonderful life. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.